Today we're taking a page of notes called Equations with Distributive Property. Essential question for today, what should we do if we see parentheses in an equation? All right, so we're going to start this conversation by talking about the distributive property. Go ahead and write that down on the side. The distributive property. Distributive property, this is what it looks like with just a bunch of variables, so you can see what it looks like. A to the B plus C. So it always has a number on the outside getting multiplied to something on the inside. And when you multiply it and you distribute it, distribute means you're going to hand it out to everything on the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and write this down. We're going to multiply both of these. Multiply, multiply. So it becomes A times B plus A times C. So notice the B and the C are still there. They both just have A with it. So if I make this in red, this is still red. Make this in blue, this is still blue. That's the C. And then what gets distributed is the A. And so both of them now have that A there. So A times B plus A times C. So an example would look like that we're going to see 2 parentheses x plus 5. 2 parentheses x plus 5. Distributive property, it says if you have a number multiplied by some kind of sum or a subtraction problem, you can distribute, you can multiply it to everything on the inside. So 2 times x, remember 2 times x should be written as 2 dot x, but when you're doing math, you don't need to put that dot there. You could just write it as 2x. So 2 times x is 2x plus the next one, 2 times 5. 2 times 5. So 2 times x. I could put it out there if I want. 2 times x, 2 times 5. To simplify 2 times x, that's just 2x plus 2 times 5 is 10. So that's distributed. Let's do another example. 3 times y plus 7. Distribute, that's 3 times y plus distribute, that's 3 times 7. So 3 times y, 3 times 7. I can simplify these. 3 times y is 3y plus 3 times 7 is 21. So check your work there. That's how we distribute. Now, there are a couple harder, no, not harder, but another set of distributive ones. Let's do 5 times 3x plus 1. 5 times 3x plus 1. Well, we're going to distribute. Now here, this is 5 times 3x plus 5 times 1. 5 times 3x plus 5 times 1. Well, I can still multiply these numbers. 5 times 3, 15x plus 5 times 1 is 5. So notice I just go 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times 1 is 5. And it also works for minus as well. 2 times 2x plus, 2 times 2x minus 3. I can distribute 2 times 2x minus, because there's a minus there, 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 2x, 2 times 2 is 4x, minus 2 times 3 is 6. So 4x minus 6. 4x minus 6. Last example here, you can also multiply by negatives. Negative 3 parentheses x plus 5, negative 3x plus 5. If we multiply here, that's a negative 3 times x plus a negative 3 times 5. So negative 3 times x plus negative 3 times 5. And then we can multiply here. Negative 3 times x, that's negative 3x, plus negative 3 times 5, that's a negative 15. And it's bad math to leave plus minus, so let's just switch it to a minus 15. Minus 15. Plus a negative is just a minus 15. Good, so go ahead and make sure you have those examples down. Now, we're going to apply those to an equation. We're going to apply those to an equation. So we'll start off with some easy ones. Let's do number 1, 2y minus 9 equals negative 6. 2 parentheses y minus 9 equals negative 6. In our steps, we must distribute if we have a number outside of the parentheses. We must distribute if we have a number outside of the parentheses. We must distribute if we have a number outside of the parentheses. So if we look, we have our parentheses, and there is a number right outside, so we must distribute. So we're going to take that 2, circle it, and multiply, multiply. Still got to draw our line down the equal sign. Still got to find our variable. It's over here, but now we're going to multiply these. So 2 times y, that's 2y, minus 2 times 9. 2 times 9 is 18. So 2y minus 18 equals negative 6. Now from here, this is a 2-step EQN equation, 2-step equation. You should be good at these. These should be easy for you now. These should be easy. So I want to do if you want to do x is, you can do your x is table. X is being multiplied by 2 and minus 18. So to solve it, we're going to do the inverse in reverse. We're going to add 8, start by adding 8. Sorry, not minus 8, minus 18. So we should add 18. So I'm going to add 18, add 18. These cancel. 2y equals 12. Now our last step over here, we're timesing by 2 on my chart. So the next thing I need to do is divide by 2. So I'm going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. Y equals 6. Check your answers there. Y equals 6. So distribute. And then do your 2-step equation. Number 2. Go ahead and try this one on your own. 6x minus 5 equals negative 24. I'll give you a few minutes. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Draw a line down the equal sign. Your variable is over here on the left-hand side. So we're going to start by distributing and then solving. Go ahead and take a couple minutes to solve this one. Okay, so you take that 6, multiply, multiply. 6 times x is 6x, minus 6 times 5 is 30, equals negative 24. I have my x is table. And I'm over here, I see I'm multiplying by 6, and then I'm subtracting 30. So I'm going to do the inverse. Add 30, divide by 6, do it in reverse. Inverse, in reverse. So I'm going to plus 30 first. These cancel. Negative 24, positive 30, those are different signs. When they're different signs, I subtract, I get a 6. Then I'm going to do my last step, which says divide by 6, divide by 6. So you all should have gotten x equals 6 divided by 6 is 1, not 0. It's 1. So there's number 2. All right, number 3 we'll do together, and then we'll have number 4 on your own, and then we'll be done. Number 3, 2 parentheses, 2y minus 10 equals 20. Remember, this is the different kind, the extra step of distributing. Draw a line down the equal sign. Here's our variable. It's on the left-hand side. So I'm going to start with distributing. I'm going to circle that 2, and I'm going to multiply 2 times 2y. That is 2 times 2 is 4y minus 2 times 10. 2 times 10 is 20, and that equals 20. Good. Make sure the important part here is not to forget to make this a 4, and don't forget that it's a minus sign there. Good. Once you distribute, go ahead and make your x is timesing by 4 and then minusing 20. So I need to do the inverse of those two, which is add 20 and divide by 4. Add 20 and divide by 4. I'm going to do them in reverse, so I'm going to add 20 first. Add 20. Add 20. These cancel. 4y equals 20 plus 20 is 40, not 0, 40. And then the last step here on our x's table says to divide by 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4. And we see that y equals 40 divided by 4 is 10. 10. Good. Make sure you have that one. So same thing, you're just distributing. Just here's the difference is that there's a number in front of the variable here. So make sure you multiply whatever's on the outside with that number. All right, last one. Try this on your own. Number 4. 2 parentheses 6x plus 2 equals 40. 2 parentheses 6x plus 2 equals 40. Draw a line down your equal sign. Your variable's on the left-hand side, so we're going to work from here. Distribute, and then do your x is table. I'll give you a few minutes for that. Go ahead and get started. All right. So we're going to take that 2 and we're going to distribute. So that gives me a 12x plus 2 times 2 is 4 equals 40. X is adding, oops, sorry, not adding 4. It's multiplying by 12 and adding 4. So I'm going to do my inverses there. I'm minusing 4 and dividing by 12. So I'll start by minusing 4, subtract 4, subtract 4. These cancel. 12x equals 40 minus 4, that's 36. And I'm going to divide by 12, divide by 12. X equals, and 36 divided by 12 is 3. Good, check your work there on those ones. So only extra step we're adding is just distributing, and then it's down to a 2-step, and it's down to a 2-step. The essential question says, what should we do if we see parentheses in an equation? What should we do if we see parentheses in an equation? We must distribute if we have a number outside of the parentheses. So if we have parentheses, we need to distribute the outside number. Good, make sure you have those written down. And those will be our notes for today.